Peace, 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 love, harmony, and light. This is Chief Kalanago here with another live video. Just want to make sure. That I got some audio. So for those of you who are about to tune into this live feed, please let me know if there is audio. I was actually going to turn off, the live chat, because I really don't need any distractions. For some reason, when people get into live videos, they tend to get off subject, because people cannot focus or fail to focus. Let me rephrase that. But however, I love the live interaction, so I'm going to make sure that we are able to interact on this live feed. Anita, Copper Truth, what's up? What's up? Peace, peace, peace. First off, I just want to say that, I want to give, a special shout out to my father's energy. My father's body was finally laid to rest Saturday just passed. My father, a little bit about my dad, man. Growing up, in the islands and growing up with a dad, it makes a difference in a young man's life. For me, I could only speak of my experience. I grew up with my dad until I was about 17, almost 17 and a half, when I felt that I was a man and it was time for me to face the world and do my own thing. My father was well reserved. He did things his own way. At one point, he was like everyone else. He got caught up in religion, but he was wise enough to know that there was something wrong with religion. So he started to find his own way. And one thing I must say, that he found his way, and it was tough on him, because I realized that everyone who's waking up from, the perils of, the oppressors, and they started to think for themselves, they always get attacked spiritually, physically, mentally, and it's by design. So I want to give much love to my pops. Your body was finally laid to rest, but I know that your spirit continue to lives on, because it lives within me. It lives within my son, and I'm certainly sure his children, and if I have more children, because I plan on having a few more. So I just want to, give a shout out to my dad's spirit and thank you. I know that I have gained another ancestor, and Dad, I will always love you. So continue to shine your light. As you could see, the topic, peace and love, asset, Aboriginal lone wolf, Lean Lavi or Levy, peace. All right. Now, this video I'm about to do this evening, I'm going to be really raw. And when I say raw, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm not going to hold any punches. Okay, because the truth hurts, and a lot of people cannot, and they refuse to face the truth. But for me, I'm always going to tell the truth. You see, I'm always going to tell the truth. So with that being said, as you could see the title of the video, The Curse of the Pale Rider, because the so-called Black people, African Americans, they are cursed. Even the ones that are waking up to the knowledge and the truth of we are the original Americans, what they call the Aboriginal Americans. We are the first people they call the Indians. But the thing is, even for those of us who are waking up to that knowledge, there are a lot of people who are cursed. They don't know what it means to be an Aborigine. They don't know what it means to be an American Indian. They have no idea. So you see, they get caught up in a wave of information. It's a trend, just like when everybody so-called started waking up to what's called the conscious community. Everybody was, oh, well, I'm conscious, I'm conscious, I'm conscious. Well, what is the definition of conscious? You see, people took the word or the term conscious to mean it was a religion, a cult. To be conscious, all it means is it means to be, you are aware. That's all consciousness means, to be aware. The question is, what are you aware of? Consciousness is not a religion. It is not a cult. But people think it's a religion. Oh, well, I'm conscious now. What are you aware of? You could be conscious and still lost, because the information that you're gravitating to is false and is given under false pretense. So what are you aware of? What are you aware of? So you see, it's the same thing is happening with this so-called American Indian movement, or this indigenous movement, or this American Aborigine movement. People are just caught up on the bandwagon and don't know what it means to be an American Aborigine. But I'm going to break a few things down for you this evening, which I have already done in the past, but I'm going to go back into this. Because one thing you have to realize is this: no one could ever stop the eagle from flying. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So let us get into this. The curse of the pale rider. What do I mean by this? Okay. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Peace and love. Greetings, greetings. All right. So we're going to go into the etymology, into the etymology of a few words. Okay. Because our people, and when I say our people, I'm talking about the people who look like me. They are suffering from what's called mental illness, and they don't know. They don't know because they have been taught that their way of life, their behavior is normal. Hurting each other is normal. Disrespecting each other is normal. Not supporting each other is normal. Okay? Damaging each other is normal. You see, that is a case of mental illness, and they don't know. They don't know. They need prescription, and they don't know. And when I say prescription, I am not talking about pharmaceutical prescriptions. I am not a doctor. However, I am speaking of this a prescription from a natural, holistic perspective. In other words, we need what's called, I would say, intervention. Okay, that's what we need. We need a retreat where our people go into a retreat so that they could heal themselves, the hurt, the pain. And I am not mad at you. I am not mad at you because you hurt people. I am not mad at you because you damage people, because that is all you know. That is all you know. If all your life you were abused and no one taught you anything different, guess what? You will continue to abuse people because that's what you know. So therefore, I forgive you for all those of you who have trespassed against me. I forgive you because you know not what you are doing. Because that's all you know. You are hurt, but you refuse to seek help. And all you do is lash out. You seek attention, but the attention that you seek is self-destructive. That's right. Hurt people hurt people. So you will do anything to seek attention, even if it means hurting someone else. In the end, as a result, you end up hurting yourself. Because people have forgotten the basic fundamentals of life, the basic laws of the universe. I'm going to give you a very simple one. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is that simple. If you want love, you give love. If you want hugs, you give hugs. If you want money, you give money. If you want friendship, you give friendship. But how do you expect to go around hating people? How do you expect to go on spreading propaganda and hate and expect your life in return to be good? That things are going to be blissful for you. No, it's not going to happen that way. You reap what you sow. So don't be surprised if your house is being taken away. Don't be surprised if when you have intercourse or sexual intercourse with your mate and you are trying to have a baby, don't be mad that you are shooting blanks. Don't be mad that you cannot reproduce. You see, because no good seed will manifest from your evil ways. In this day and time, we need star seed babies. We need righteous babies. We need spiritual energies to come into this dimension that's righteous, to change things around. So they will not choose to come through you as a portal because you are damaged, you are destroyed, you are cursed. And that's true. But people don't realize that they are sick. You people are sick. And don't get me wrong, I have been there myself. So I'm not going to take myself away from that equation. But I took my time to heal. I took my time to go within and deal with my hurt, deal with my pain. Even with my dad, growing up in the Caribbean, my dad was always there. However, when I did things that was deemed wrong, my dad would always be there to punish me. But when I did things that was so-called good and to make him proud, he never said, son, I'm proud. You know why? And it's not that he wasn't proud. It is because we were not taught to express our feelings. So we never heard the words, I love you very often. However, it was displayed, it was showed because my parents, they fed us well. They gave us a roof over our head. We played games. We did things together. However, the love wasn't expressed verbally. It wasn't. So when I had my son, I chose to do something different. Every single day, I told my son that I love you. Because even if I showed it with my actions, I wanted to make sure he heard it from my own mouth. So I had to deal with my own pain, with my own hurt. Okay, let me block this, this fool right here because I don't have time, to deal with negativity right now. All right, and if you continue to come on here and post negativity, and that's why I didn't want to open up the chat, but I'm not going to allow you to deprive me connecting to the people with your negative what you call comments. All right, so I'm not going to get distracted. However, we as a people, we have to heal first. Okay, we have to heal. It's very, very, very important that we heal. Okay, every day we live our lives being distracted. Okay, being distracted with what the system gives us. You have to work hard, 16, 17 hours a day. And you have no time to go within, no time to get in touch with yourself, no time to heal. And that's a problem. Okay? So let us get into a few definitions right now, because I don't want people taking any offense to me saying that, the so-called Black people are mentally ill. So let us go look at the breakdown of what it means to be mentally ill. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen real quick. So give me a second, please. Okay, so here we go. All right. We have the definition of mental illness. Okay. Mental illness refers to a wide range of mental health conditions, disorders that affect your mood, thinking, and behavior. Examples of mental illness includes depression, anxiety, disorders, schizophrenia, eating disorders, and addictive behaviors. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to look at, a lot of people may say, well, you know what? I don't have any disorders. Yes, you do. Because your mood, you see, your mood is always being affected. Your way of thinking is being affected. Your behavior is being affected. Now, you may say, I'm not suffering from depression, anxiety, schizophrenia. That may be true. But also look, eating disorders, because you are eating dead to stay alive. Another one is addictive behaviors. What are some examples of addictive behaviors? Self-destruction. Self-destruction is an addictive behavior. So even if you don't see the signs of mental illness within yourselves, if you take a closer look at you, your behavior, your mannerisms, your actions, you would see that you are suffering from mental illness. And the self-healing needs to start. Okay? It needs to start. It needs to start. And our people will continue to go down this spiral, destructive way of life if they don't change anything. You see, everybody wants a different result, but no one wants to change. No one wants to change for the better. No one wants to change for the good. No one wants to change to uplift humanity. No one wants to change to uplift a brother or a sister. So how do you expect things to get better? Do you think that you could just go around hating people, propagandizing people's names, hating people, and expect your life to be okay? No, the universe doesn't work that way. The Creator doesn't work that way. You are the one responsible for your own destruction, because whatever you put in the soil, whatever seed you put in the dirt to grow, that is the fruit that you are going to reap, man. So you are cursed. And there is only one way to relieve that curse. And those are some of the things that we are going to talk to today. We are going to talk about that. So now that you have seen the definition of mental illness, now whether you want to believe that you are mentally ill or not, that's on you. You may be in denial. But one thing you have to remember, the Nile is a river that runs through the Americas into the continent of Africa. So stop being in denial. Step into reality and fix yourself. Heal yourself. Self-preservation in nature is the #1 rule of survival. Self-preservation. And if you cannot heal yourself, you will continue to be destructive. You will continue to hurt people because you are damaged. And everything that you have will be taken away. Just look around you. So let us look at the etymology of the word black. Now, we have already, well, I have already spoken about that word many times before. But we are really going to break this down so you could see that the curse that you have accepted, you adopted a curse, and that's what's happening to you. It's a spiritual thing. It is not a physical thing, because the physical body is not you. The physical body is just the vehicle. It's a transportation. It's a mode of transportation for the real you, the spirit you. So let us go look at the etymology of the word black. And you would see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen again. Give me 1 second here, please. Okay. The etymology of the word black. Now, the etymology here, it says black, origin and meaning of black, online etymology. In other words, the original meaning of the word, not the definition. What the word was truly meant to be, the energy that the word carries. We are going to go look at the etymology of the word black, and you would see exactly why black, so-called black people, because there is no such thing as black people, but so-called black people are cursed. And let's get into this. All right. The adjective black, absolutely dark, absorbing light, the color of salt or coal, from Proto-Germanic black as, burnt, dark. Okay, that is an adjective. All right. It also says that it comes from the root baal or baal, to shine. Let us look at that definition real quick. Or not definition, the meaning. Proto-Indo-European root meaning to shine, flash, burn, also shining white. And forming words for bright colors. We have a few synonyms here. We have blank, blanche, blaze. We have different meanings right here, right? Bleach. Now let me ask you a question. A lot of you going around calling yourself black. So if you are black, why are you calling yourself bleach? Because bleach, to me, bleach don't look black, does it? You have to go back to the root of the word to see what type of curse that you have accepted. It also says here, the same root produced bright, shining, glittering, pale. Let me ask you a question. Are you pale? Do you know the color of pale? Clint Eastwood did a movie, The Pale Rider. Do you think it's a coincidence that Clint Eastwood was called pale? No. The pale man is the name that was given to the so-called white man when he first came to our continent, when our ancestors had never seen the likes of a pale being. They call them the pale man. So why are you calling yourself black? You see, you have accepted the curse of the pale man. To be truly black, it means that you are pale. Now, I don't want you guys to get into what's called race right now, or ethnicity. This has nothing to do with race. This is just straight up facts and information for educational purposes. I don't get into what's called the color of things, because people are people. The only difference between people is the content or the intent of their hearts and their minds. I don't judge people based on their color. I judge them based on the fruit that they produce, because it's the people who look like me that are hurting me the most. So I am not going to play the color games with y'all. However, I'm going to point out the curse that you have accepted. Okay? It says, the connecting nations being perhaps fire, bright, and burnt, the usual Old English word for black was swat. Let us see the definition of swat. Let us get into this. Swat. Swat. It means black, dark, of night, clouds. Also figurative, wicked, infamous. Middle Dutch swat, swaz. Okay, dark, sordid. So you get it right here, okay? Wicked, wicked. That is the curse that you have accepted. Another word for black is sordid. Let us look at the etymology of the word sordid. Fastering, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, mean. to be dirty, to be shabby, dirt, filth. That is the curse that you have accepted. So in essence, what does that mean? The pale people who were actually black before you, because to be black means to be pale, that was them. And that was referring to their intentions, their hearts, their thoughts, their minds. It was dirty. It was filthy. They were vile. They were mean. That's who the real black people are, the pale people. But you were tricked into accepting that curse. So here you are today, running around calling yourselves black, calling yourselves pale, calling yourselves sordid, swat, dirty, filthy, accursed people. And you wonder why your life is the way that it is. Let us continue with this, meaning fierce, terrible, wicked. Figurative senses often come from the notion of without light. You are living in the dark. Now, I hope you are getting this. My people, it is time to wake up from this curse. You have accepted the curse of the pale man, my brothers and sisters. Now you may think what I'm saying doesn't hold any merit. But the truth of the matter is, it's a spiritual thing. You are cursed. You have to give it back to them. Stop identifying yourself as being pale, as being black, as being bleached. What you have to realize is this: the so-called white man was called black before you. And again, I am not talking about, hating people. I'm not talking about that. I am just giving you the facts. The facts. They were called black before you. But when they first encountered with us, the children of light, what you call the pure white people, you see, you have to realize the trick and the game that was played on you. In actuality, we are the white people. And when I say white, I am not talking in terms of complexion. No, I am talking about white that symbolizes purity. Okay? A virgin, so to speak. We are the pure white people, the children of light. So when they first encountered us, they knew that they were the pale man. They knew that they were the black people. They knew that. However, they realized that we were the children of light, the children of the sun, the white people. So they tricked you and they traded places with you, and they gave you the curse of being black, the curse of being dirty, filthy, wicked. And you accepted it as a token of pride, not realizing that that was your self-destruction, your death. You brought it upon yourself. Nobody forced you to do it. Well, at some point, maybe yes. But in today's day and age, nobody is forcing you to be black. You are proudly going around calling yourself cursed. Nobody's forcing you to do it. Look at how the role has been switched. As a people, we have always been a loving people, a kind people, the children of the sun, the children of light. Right? We have always been that. We grew our own food. And the people who didn't even know how to wash their private parts, they didn't know what it meant to brush their own teeth. They had no schools, they had no colleges, they had no clean water. They were really filthy. And again, this is not to promote hate. I am telling you the true history of what happened to you, the so-called Black people. And you taught them, we taught them. And the roles have been reversed. We honored our women. We honored our children, our women, our men. Look at us today. Huh? Look at us today. Man, look at the real Black people. They are the ones that have families. They are the ones that's being successful. They are the ones that's eating holistically. They are the ones that's eating all the healthy foods, while on every corner you are being poisoned because the roles have been switched. And you don't seem to realize what's going on. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to be quite frank with you. Every single thing that we had was taken away. And the little that you have will be taken away because you refuse to change. Do you think that having some money makes you better? No, it doesn't. Go ask Bill Cosby. Go ask O.J. Simpson. No. It is the knowledge of self. The knowledge of self, okay? And stepping into that change is what's going to make the change. Too many of you want change, but don't want to give up anything. You don't want to give up the old destructive ways. You don't want to give it up, but you want change. You want positive change. It's not going to happen. I'm going to give you an experience that I had this weekend. Well, actually, yes, this weekend. Because like I said, my father was put to rest. His body was put to rest this Saturday. So I went, to, hang out with a friend of mine. And as you know, I mean, I've mentioned it before, wherever I go, I represent who I am. I am indigenous to the Americas. I'm an American Aborigine, what they call an American Indian. And wherever I go, I represent who I am. And I went to Connecticut with a friend. And it was funny that we went to a location and I ran into an elder. When he saw me, of course, my feathers is always a conversation piece. So I had my feathers on and the elder, he stopped me. He said, "Hey, brother, you're an American Indian." I said, "Yes." He said, "Me too." He said, "What tribe?" I said, Carib, Choctaw and Cherokee. He said, "Man, I am Blackfoot and I'm also Cherokee." And he asked me if I'm tribal. I said, "Yes. We have a nation. I'm the chief of the nation." He said, "Great, man. That's a beautiful thing." And he was excited. And we started to build. He said, "Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm old enough to be your dad. And I just wish the younger generation would wake up to the realization of who we are." Thank you, El Sheba. I appreciate that. But what was so interesting in the conversation with the elder, he was so impressed by me that he asked me for my information. I gave him my number. And he said, "You know what, Chief? You have to meet my wife." And I wasn't, I didn't know exactly why he wanted me to meet his wife. But he was going to take care of some business. And he said, "Chief, I would like you to go to this particular restaurant, okay? And I want you to ask for white feather." Now, again, I wasn't quite sure why this elder wanted me to meet his wife and why he was so excited to talk to me. You see, so he gave me the directions to the restaurant. And when he said white feather, you know, I still didn't want to be judgmental. And I'm still not being judgmental. But white feather, I was like, his wife name is White Feather. So I was curious. So I went to the restaurant and I said, good morning. You know, well, I didn't say good morning. I said, greetings. You know, I just ran into a brother, and he told me that to come and ask for his wife. And, you know, first of all, there were 3 women at, you know, the counter. And for some reason, I was looking at one of the women and she was looking at me. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking that that's his wife. For some reason, she probably knew that I was coming and she didn't know. So when I introduced myself, she said, I am White Feather. Now, I don't want what I'm going to say to be misconstrued, please. Because again, I don't deal with the colorism of things. I deal with people based on the intent. Okay? Their thoughts, how pure their thoughts are. Are they righteous? That's how I judge people, by the fruits they produce. But the brother is as dark as me, and his wife was a European. But yet still she was called White Feather. Now, I mean, I didn't act any different way. I already knew what was happening. I already knew what was happening. I knew that it was trading places because she was a Caucasian calling herself White Feather. And here's the, well, to me, the hurtful thing about this is this. She is federally recognized as an American Indian. And they are the ones that own casinos. They are the ones that's getting $10,000, $15,000 a month per individual, per household. And I didn't show any type of animosity or any hatred. I embraced the sister with love because you know why I did that? It is because what's happening to us, it's our fault. I cannot blame any other ethnic group for sticking together. Yes, they stole our identity. Yes, that bothers me. It hurts me. But a plan was devised. They strategized and they put their plan into motion. They had a plan. They planned it, they worked their plan, and they were successful. Now, my question to you, my brothers and sisters, what is your plan to restore what's yours? And what's ironic about this is, you see, the roles were reversed. When these people came into our lands, their men intermarried into our tribes. They married our women because you see, in our culture, the tradition was the land was passed down through the matriarch, through the woman. A lot of times in our culture, the men took on the surnames of the women because the land was tied to the woman. So their men intermarried into our culture. So once a man marries into the family, then what belongs to the woman also belongs to the man. And that was one of the ways of infiltration. So they came and they planned. And it was genius. I cannot hate because there's no hatred in me. I give credit where credit is due. I am not saying what they did was moral. I am not saying that. Because, I mean, you have to be a genius to literally go into a continent and steal what's not yours. Okay? Take away these people's way of life. Take away their spirituality, the connection they had with nature. take that away from them and give them false gods, give them false deities to worship, to look up to, and take away every single thing that they had, including their identity. And from generation to generation, take over their educational system, take away over, the foods that they eat. And look at where we are today. It was wickedly, brilliantly planned. You said it perfectly, Golden Crown Sparrow. It was wicked, but it was brilliant. Yes, they stick together. They do. So what does that mean for the so-called black people? You have accepted the curse of the pale man. They are the ones, they were called black before you. And they knew what that meant. They knew that they were cursed. And again, I am not speaking hate. I am just speaking facts of life. The truth of the matter is every single ethnic group came from the womb of the so-called black woman. And I say so-called black because nobody is black. You have different shades of brown. Some people are so brown, they look black, but nobody's black. And nobody is white. You have variations of brown. Caucasian people are also brown. They are just a pale brown. Educate yourself. So the truth of the matter is this. These people knew that they were our curse. And I'm going to break down what it means metaphysically. Because the original people of this planet were of a darker hue. The original people of the planet looked just like you and I. However, we live in a universe where there is duality. In order for us to experience the opposite of us, we had to manifest that opposite. You see, you don't realize that everything opposite of you, it's a mirror effect. It's a shadow effect of you. You manifested it. So why are you hating your creation? Why? It is your responsibility. You wanted to experience everything opposite of who you are. Okay? So therefore, if you have a left, you have a right. If you have black, you have white. It is the same thing. Someone says, pale are not bad like all browns are not bad. It's system-based greed. That's true. And that's why I said I don't get involved with the color or people's complexion. I don't deal with that. I deal with people's hearts, their minds, their intentions, their purpose. That's what I judge them by. But the truth of the matter is, it is the fall. It is the fall of the original man that produced the curse of what's called leprosy, the pale man. That's right. It was a curse. And therefore, they are our curse and we are their gift. I don't think you heard me. I don't think you heard me. The original people of this planet looked just like you and I. However, we fell. And we had to manifest everything opposite to us, including the cursed, because we were a gift. We were the children of light. So we had to produce the children of darkness to experience the opposite of who we are. And that's what happened. That's how they were manifested, through our thoughts. So just like a good parent would teach its children how to be responsible men and women, how to be a better man and a better woman. We taught our children to be better men and women, and therefore they have become better men and women than their parents, which is you and I. But all is not lost, because it is said in the good word that honor your mother and father so that your days will be longer. And that's what they are not doing. They are not honoring their mothers and fathers. Therefore, their days on this planet is really short. But their parents, which is you and I, are lost. They are cursed. Not realizing that mental illness is a disease. So your children are the ones that are being prosperous. Your children have taken that inheritance from you. But we live in a universe that is fair and just. We live in a universe that is equal. There is equilibrium in this universe. You see, things are not out of balance. And again, this video is not to preach hate. Okay? It is a matter of teaching the truth. Okay? It is a matter of teaching the truth and the facts of life. So why are you mad at your children? You taught them. And what did they do in return? They took the knowledge that you gave them, okay, and they hid the knowledge from generations to come and taught you differently. They took away your identity. Huh? Now, how can I break this down for you? I'm going to make it real simple in layman's term, because you see, when I explain things, I want to make sure that a 2-year-old could understand and understand exactly what I'm saying. Okay? Now, let us say this phone right here. Okay? Let us say that I am the original man of this planet, right? And I created this phone. A world, let's just say a cyber world in this phone that becomes my reality. So this phone becomes my home. I am the first man to ever create a phone, right? Now, this is my home. I have my children. The children know that I am the one who created this phone. It's mine. I have the title. I have the patent to this phone. And for some reason, okay, I manifested the opposite of me because of my thoughts, my ways, my intentions. So I created another race of people, okay? And I taught them about this phone. I taught them everything that I knew. And they were illiterate. These people had no knowledge, nothing. Okay? They couldn't even speak. But yet still, because they came from me, I taught them everything, because that's what a good parent is supposed to do. So part of that inheritance is theirs. However, they became greedy. They took the phone and made it theirs. And all the children that came that looked like me, they were taught that that phone, they have no connection to that phone at all. So centuries later, the children who look like me don't know that that phone is theirs. So now it belongs to the other children that was created from the womb of the woman that looked like me. I hope I'm making sense. And that is the same thing that happened to us, okay? Let us look at the Americas just for example. This was our home. The pale man came, the real black people came. We embraced them. We gave them land, we gave them food. We healed them. Okay, we healed them. We taught them. We gave them land. They wanted some more land. We gave them more land until they took everything that we had. It's our fault, yes. So now we are detached from what's ours. And to make it even worse, you were taught that you came from another continent. And here you are fighting for what's called reparations, thinking that you are going to get reparations being black. No, you are not. The only people who have gotten reparations are the real black people, which is the pale people, which are the Caucasians. The original people of this land, you're not getting reparations because you are calling yourself black. So I hope the analogy that I'm giving makes sense. Now, I could prove to you that you are cursed. Go into your neighborhoods and look at every single store. Every store in your neighborhood is owned by somebody that don't look like you. It is owned by an Asian, it is owned by a Caucasian, it is owned by an Arab, or it is owned by a real African. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Now, let me see if I could find something here real quick. Let me just see if I could find something. Let me see if I could find the spending, the spending monetary power of the so-called black people. Spending monetary power of black people. And I'm just putting black people in the search. We know that there's no such thing as black people. All right. Now look at this. Huh? I'm going to show y'all something here. And I'm certainly sure you are aware of it. But to me, it's mind-boggling. All right? It is mind-boggling. Now, I'm going to show y'all something, right? And you will see the term black. But like I said, you know, in lack of a better word, you know, I'm going to use the word black. But I am not black. So here I am at a site. It's called blackenterprise.com. And it says, black buying power stands over 1.1 trillion and is on the road to hit about $1.5 trillion by 2021. This collective buying power means that nearly $2 trillion will be flowing through the Black America annually very soon. I'm going to read this for you again. Black buying power currently stands over $1.1 trillion and is on the road to hit about $1.5 trillion by 2021. This collective buying power means that nearly $2 trillion will be flowing through Black America annually very soon. I'm just going to leave it right here. Now, do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? You so-called black people are spending close to $2 trillion every single year. Let me ask you a question. How much of that money is coming back into your community? How much of that money is being used to raise your people? How much of that money is being used to educate our children? How much of that money is being used to create our own police forces? How much of that money is being used to create our own political system? How much of that money is being used to create our own banking system? Huh? That is my question to you today. Do you see the problem? It is the curse of the pale rider. That is the curse of being black. Because you were taught to hate yourself. You were taught to be destructive to anything that looked like you. Be a menace to society. Because you could only be a menace in your society. You cannot go do it in the so-called Caucasian community. No. They will put you in jail. You will get shot. So you have to be a menace to society in your own communities. You have to be destructive to your own people. You have to be that way because of the curse of the pale rider. Accepting the misnomer of being black, which is a curse. It is leprosy. It is a spiritual curse. And you wonder why. Exactly. If they have a problem, why don't they just leave? If you don't like the truth, it offends you. Leave. You don't have to be here. This is only for the truth seekers and for people who are ready and willing to stand up. That's what I'm about. I'm not about tearing down my people. I'm not about breaking down my brothers or sisters. I'm not about that. I'm about uplifting. That's what I'm about. But you people are cursed. You see, I don't deal with niggers. You see, niggers is not black people. Niggers is a mentality. Okay? Being niggerish is a mentality. It is not a complexion. It is not a complexion. It is a state of mind. Again, you are bringing the curse on yourself by calling yourself a nigger because it's a curse to be a nigger. Go look at the life of niggers and tell me, do you really want to be a nigger? Because niggers live in projects. Niggers kill each other. Niggers lie on each other. Niggers propagandize against each other. Niggers backbite each other. I don't want to be a nigger. But that's what you're so proud to be. That's my nigger. In other words, that's my filth. Huh? Why do you want to be that? It's voluntary. Everything is a choice. You have free will. And you are living a cursed life because of your own thoughts. You manifest that in your life. My brothers and sisters, it is time. It is time. Okay? You have a spending power of $2 trillion, but you are consumers. And what you don't realize is this: consumers get consumed. Every time I walk down Church Avenue, and that's in Brooklyn, I look into a so-called Chinese nail salon. Who do I see? People who look just like me. Every Arab store, who supports them? It is people who look just like me. Every Caucasian store, who supports it? It is people who look just like me. Huh? So what do you expect? Every single year, you take $2 trillion out of your hands and you give it to other people. And you wonder why. Even if money has no value, but because of the education, money is power. All right, you know what? I'm going to have to, I'm not going to have anybody disrespect, any of our matriarchs here. So this individual is blocked. Okay? That individual is blocked. Because I'm not gonna stand that. Not on my watch. It's okay, Golden Crown Sparrow. I blocked that idiot. So don't worry about it. Okay? You have to realize, and don't be surprised if it is somebody who look just like us. Because that's what our people do. We hurt each other. We tear each other down. That's what we are prone to. We are prone to self-destruction. We are. And what's so funny, going back to that story, okay, that I was telling you guys, all right? Here, that, white feather is federally recognized as an American Indian, getting paid every single month. They have casinos. Now, the brother had to marry into the tribe to get recognition. Do you see where I'm going with this? So the roles have been reversed. When they came, they had to intermarry into our tribes to get recognition. So now the original people of this land are seeking for recognition, but the only way to get it is if they sell out. You see, people don't know the work that I do. I call the BIA, the Bureau of Indian Affairs. And I have the recording because everything that I do, I record it. I have a record of it. And I told them, listen, I'm an American Aborigine, an American Indian, the original one, that is. And I would like to know how the original people, okay, could start getting some land. How can we start claiming our birthright? Get what's rightfully ours. Okay? What they told me was, well, to be federally recognized. I said, no, I don't think you heard me. I don't want to be federally recognized. I want to be acknowledged for who I am, because I know what it means to be federally recognized. It means that you might as well be Black, African American, or a nigger, because you have no rights. So with that being said, I tell them, no, I don't want to be federally recognized. However, I know that you have my land in trust. And seeing that you have my land in trust, I'm the beneficiary of that trust. I want some of my land back. Well, they said, well, sir. I said, don't call me sir. I am chief. They said, well, chief, the only way to be federally recognized is, well, you have to fill out applications. No, what's an application? An application is to beg. I am applying. I am asking you for permission. I am begging. And I told them, I'm not going to fill out any applications. But you see, that is the route a lot of our people have taken. They sold out and they have become federally recognized. And that's why the federal government could do what they want with them, because they have sold out. They have gotten into contract. That's what they want me to do, to be recognized in my own home. So I am not mad at the brother, the elder that I met this weekend. He had to intermarry into that tribe so that he could be recognized as an Indian, even if he was the original one. And when he said it, I said, brother, I'm not mad at you. Okay? And the truth of the matter is, I was a little bit disappointed, but I wasn't mad at my brother, because he figured the only way to get what belongs to me is to intermarry with the pale woman. Even if I know that, and I'm just assuming that, I'm not saying that's what he said. I'm assuming that he knows that she's not the original Indian, but he had to intermarry into that tribe to get some benefits of what is naturally his. Now, you see me, I'm not going to get into whether Moors, people who call themselves Moors, are aboriginals of this land. Man, listen, I'm not gonna play these games no more. Because what I realize is this: the entire world is enslaved. I don't care what you call yourself, because you have a system of people that is oppressing everybody. Every ethnic group is being oppressed. Whether you call yourself black, purple, brown, green, or yellow, it is only a single-handed few that is running the world. Okay? So you are voluntary slaves. Everything is voluntary. Nobody's forcing you to be black. Nobody's forcing you to go spend your money with other ethnic groups. And when your own people open up a business, you don't want to support them because guess what? If they happen to buy a pair of shoes that look better than yours, what do? Oh, well, all of a sudden they got too much money more than you. You stop supporting them. It is that mental disease, that mental illness. So you see me, I don't have time for bottom feeders. I don't have time for them. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with bottom feeders, man. I don't deal with niggas. Like I said before, I only want to gravitate and build with righteous men and women. I don't give a damn what you look like. That is the truth. Because the truth of the matter is every single ethnic group came from the womb of the heavy melanated woman. And that's facts. That's facts. So the only solution is unity. That is it. That is the only solution. It's unity. Nothing else. Nothing else. Because every other ethnic group, they are organized. We are not outnumbered. Believe that. We are the majority. However, we are the minority in a mental state of mind. The knowledge, the means and the how, the coming together, the economic power to come together as a people. That is how we are the minority, because we are sick mentally. Well, let me not manifest that on everyone, the majority of our people, because I'm not sick mentally, because I have a genuine love for people in general, but I have a genuine love for my people. Okay? I have a genuine love for my people. And that's why regardless of what happens, regardless of even if it's the people who look like me that's hurting me the most, I will continue to love them the hardest because I know it's not their fault. They are sick. And what they do, they can't control it. They can't control it because that's what they were taught. That's what they were taught. If you were taught all your life to hate, if you were taught all your life that everybody who looks like you is your enemy, everybody who looks like you have to hate them. You have to make sure that you don't support them. It is not your fault. Okay? You are a product of your environment. However, it is your fault when you know better and you don't do better, because when you know better, you're supposed to do better. But because of your evil ways, your tainted heart, your bad mind, you refuse to take responsibility and heal yourself so that you could heal others. How the hell you expect to be hurt and want to fix people? You want to come on YouTube and teach people. You cannot teach people when you yourself are damaged. You cannot do that. You do not have the solutions. You don't have the mental capability to help anyone else if you cannot help yourself because you are damaged. Thinking that you are some big YouTube personality by spreading lies and propaganda, damaging people. You are a fool. And what you don't realize is this: everything that's done in the dark will come to light, and only truth will manifest. Only the righteous will prevail. That's what you have to realize. So your shine is temporary, but people will wake up to see the truth because real recognize real. That is a fact. And the road that I'm traveling, it is very narrow. I know that. It comes with pain. It comes with hurt. It does. And the hurt comes from people who look just like me. Now, I am not putting any chip on my shoulder, or I'm not proclaiming to be a Messiah. However, if you look at my story and anybody else's story who look just like me and who is doing what I'm doing and who wants to build our people, look at the parallel. Look at it. Every Messiah was crucified by the people that they were trying to save. Now, by no means I am proclaiming that I'm a Messiah, but I have traits of a Messiah because I love my people unconditionally. Well, with certain conditions. I am fighting to uplift my people. I am fighting to free my people from the bondage of Pharaoh, of this matrix, of the hold of the oppressor. And the same people that I'm trying to save, they are the ones that's crucifying me. You know why? It's because y'all are sick, mentally ill, and refuse to take responsibility because you are too caught up in the distractions. Huh? You are so prone to violence that you see your people getting killed in the streets, and to you it's just another killing. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, damn, they shot Tay today, man. Peace and love, Tay. I'm gonna drink one for you, son. And then we move on until another one bites the dust. We have become desensitized to the genocide of our people. We live in a system where our men are being turned into women, our women are being turned to men, and we think it's normal. We live in a system where our people are being killed, murdered every single day, and we think it's normal. Huh? One of the first laws of nature is self-preservation. You go look into nature and you would see the most smallest animal would defend itself against a lion, even if it know in its heart, I may not win that fight. I may not be able to beat that lion, but guess what? I am gonna die fighting to defend myself. My people have become weak mentally, so therefore it has manifested that weakness physically. They have taken away your rights to defend yourself. How do you think the United States get its independence? Huh? When Britain was running things for a long time, and the so-called American public said, you know what, man, we are tired of this. We want our rights. We are men and women made in the likeness of our Creator. We want our rights. We know we have rights, but we cannot defend our rights. So what did they do? They said that, okay, the Second Amendment, all right? The people have a right to bear arms. So every American pick up the gun to fight for the independence. And guess what? The independence was won from Britain. But the same system, the same government that knew the only way to secure your rights is to arm yourself, they took away the rights of the people and took away the rights to defend themselves. Telling you don't have a right to be, yes, we have a right to bear arms. The only difference is this: Black people, citizens, okay? Black people, citizens, okay, that are within the jurisdiction, legal persons don't have a right to bear arms. However, we, the people, have a right to bear arms, and that is our natural Creator-given right. I want you to show me anywhere in nature where it's unlawful to defend yourself. And show me, even in the Constitution, show me anywhere within a law where it says that you cannot defend yourself. Because you see, y'all are getting caught up between the difference between statutes and codes and what's lawful. Nobody could take away your right to defend yourself. That is your creator given right. But people perish for the lack of knowledge, the lack of understanding. They want to be under the information and not get into the information. But y'all going to learn today. Y'all going to learn today. You see, people, disturbed people, and people who are hurt. You see, misery love company. And any man or woman that would get on a video for days and months and speak ill of another individual, you have to know it's because of jealousy. You have to know it's because of envy. Because they cannot be you. They want to be like you, but they can't be you. So they have to hate you. But what they don't realize is that their hate should motivate you. Because that's what motivates me. My haters, they motivate me, man. They can't stop me. And if you look in the description below, you will see that I have 2 emails in the description below. All right? My book is done. So for those of you, I'm only going to print 100 copies right now. I'm only going to print 100 copies. And for those of you who want to get a copy of the book, send an email and reserve. Okay, make your reservations to get your copy. Any other emails, you could send it to Chief Kalinago Flying Eagle. Whether it may, you want to talk about being an American Aborigine, an American Indian, whether you want to talk about legal situations or lawful situations, because people don't know what I'm doing. You see, while people are here spreading rumors about me, okay, and lies about me, guess what I do? I'm behind the scenes helping my brothers and sisters with child support situations, right? I'm helping them with so-called criminal situations. I'm helping them with IRS situations because I'm not an attorney, but I know law. So when people are just talking and you, the public, you want to gravitate to the negativity and the lies and the propaganda, guess whose fault it is? It's your fault. Because they are making a fool of you. Misery love company. So now you engage. You allow these negative energies to suck you into their negative paradigm. So you have become a fool, a sheep. But how are you going to stop what's righteous? You can't do that. The truth will always prevail. So in essence, the curse of the pale rider is what's affecting our people today. And once again, I'm not mad because this is about survival. If you go look into nature, it's about survival. The strong will always prey on the weak. That is just the nature of things until people learn to love each other. That's it, period. That's it. And that's never going to change. So brothers and sisters, love is the answer. And you cannot love with conditions. You know what? I love you, but I don't want to see you do good. I love you, but I want to make sure that you don't have more than me. No. Let's eradicate that word but. Just love. That's it. Love. Uplift. Protect each other. Every other ethnic group protect their people. Let me tell you something. If today or tomorrow the people wake up, and I'm talking about people in general because everyone is a slave. And that's why my book is entitled Newsflash, Everyone is a Slave Unless. And I go in detail in that book. And I speak of, you see, it's one thing to be a slave and not know that you're enslaved. And even if you know you're enslaved, how did you become a slave? What is the method of enslavement and what do you have to do to free yourself from that bondage? And I'm gonna keep it real. I am very proud of myself because I have never read, I've read a lot. And I've read a lot of great books, but I've never read a book that give you the foundation of the problem, tell you what the problem is that you are still dealing with, and the solutions. And I have done that in that book. And I'm very proud of myself. So the book will be a great read. And I did that for you because I realized that you have to see it in black and white, in print. You have to go back to the beginning. How did we get into this situation? Okay? And not just how, but who is responsible. And in the book, I speak about the culprits who have created this system to enslave the entire world through one single document called the birth certificate. So I broke that down in the book. And I speak about the rights to bear arms. I speak about, status correction. I speak about a lot of things in that book. It is a gift. It's a jewel. So anybody who wants, like I said, I'm only going to print 100 copies first. So if you want to be on that list for the first 100, the email is below. Everyone is a slave at gmail.com. Make your reservations. You don't have to send any funds. And just so you know, the book is not for sale. I don't sell anything. However, there is a minimum donation for the book because I don't believe in selling knowledge. But I do believe in being compensated for my time and my efforts. So send your email and make your reservations for that book because I promise you, that's a book that you will want. And you want to gift your friends and your family for that because I believe that it's very important to know who is responsible for making this thing happen. How did it happen? When, where, and why? And what we have to do to get out of it. Because you see, I don't just talk about the problems. What is the point of talking about the problems if we're not going to give the solutions? And that's what I hear everybody's doing. Oh, the minimum donation for the book is $20 plus shipping and handling. So roughly $29.95. And that's within the US, of course, because it may cost more to ship it abroad. So you don't have to send in any donations for the book right now. Just make a reservation, reserve it, with your name, email, and number, and just let me know that you are interested in reserving a copy. And then as soon as the book is printed, we're going through the final edits right now. We are working on the cover, and I've already gotten in touch with a printing company, and they are going to print the first 100 copies for me. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm excited. So what I wanted to do, and a lot of you may be surprised that I really didn't, write the book from a perspective of an American Aborigine perspective. I did that intentionally. First, I wanted you to realize that you are a man and a woman before you were an Indian. Okay? We have to go back to the mindset of being men and women before any other labels. You see, American Aborigine is a label. American Indian is a label, but a man and a woman is the creation of the Creator. So that's why I wanted to, thank you, Jazzy, I appreciate it. That's why I wanted to write that book from the perspective, a general perspective, and not spend too much time on what's called ethnicity or nationality, even if in essence I kind of touched it a little bit, but the general consensus of the book was talking about the natural enslavement of everyone. Everyone's right was taken away through the birth certificate. Okay? So my job is to teach man and woman how to be man and woman again, made in the likeness and image of the Creator. Okay? The basic fundamental rules of life. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Okay? Knowing that the seeds that you sow that's what you are going to reap. Okay? So I went in detail. I gave dates. Stuff that you could verify and stuff that you could research and prove. All right. Now I'm going to keep it real. I did the editing myself. Okay. a sister helped me out as well. So if you find one word that may be misspelled or a comma may be missing somewhere, please don't hold that against me. Okay? Focus on the message. All right? I am not perfect in my physical form, but I am working into my perfection. Okay? So the book may not be perfect. And I'm talking about grammar wise. But however, the message is profound. It is straightforward and it's researchable. And you are going to love it because it's going to open up your minds. All right? So yes, it's self-published. And then I've already started a second book talking about the American Aborigine and the whole American Indian thing and being indigenous. So that will be the second book. But first, I wanted to talk about just being a man and woman that's been enslaved by a system. That's right, Aset. Okay? So once again, I'm proud of myself. All right? And you are going to love it. All right? But the key is, and let me give a shout out to Lex, Lex Vortex. I know you've been doing great work, brother, and just like me, you are being, put under attack, and you know what? It's okay. Just hang in there, man. Just hang in there. All I could advise you to do is just do what I did. Continue to be, thank you, I said, continue to be righteous. Continue to do the right thing. Because once again, our people are damaged, our people are hurt. And they think hurting each other is normal. You see, that's normal behavior for them because they grow up in homes where they see their mothers fighting their fathers fighting their mothers, no fathers in the home. The mother is on drugs. The mother have 10 different men coming in, abuse, alcohol abuse, smoking cigarettes all day, every day. So our people are damaged, they are hurt. So the only behavior that they know is to hurt. That's it. So how can I be mad at people who are mentally ill? I cannot, you see, I'm a man of sound mind. So I cannot be mad at you. The ones who speak ill of me, I cannot be mad at you because you are sick. You are disturbed. You are mentally ill. So I'm not going to be mad at you. Why do you think I am not lashing back with negativity? Because I know you are sick. You are damaged. So I have compassion for you. I forgive you. Because I'm a bigger man. You see, I know what it means to be a man made in the likeness and image of my Creator. Because if I were ill, if I was sick, I would expect my brother and my sister to have compassion on me. So therefore, I have compassion on you. Exactly. Plus it won't help me. I'm not going to hurt you because you hurt me. No. Because how am I going to help you if I'm going to hurt you? It doesn't add up. So I'm going to continue to walk with my head high. I'm going to continue to stay on that high vibrational energy. I'm not going to stoop to your level. And you know who I'm talking about. You know yourself. Because you see, you cannot compare yourself to me. I'm a man and you're a boy. You're a child, immature. You're a plague. You're a disease. And I am the cure. So it irks you. You go to sleep. How can I wake up and make his life miserable? How can I take down the chief? Guess what? You cannot take down the chief. Because once again, I was born for this. So when you think you're hurting me, you're hurting yourself. All right? Remember this. Whenever you dig a pit for your brother or your sister, one thing you always have to do is to dig two of them. Because the hole that you dig for me, guess what? Is the same hole that you're going to fall into. You better believe that. That is just another law of the universe. Again, what goes around comes around. The universe is like a big wall, okay? And your thoughts and your intentions is like a basketball. And when you take that basketball and you throw it against the wall, guess what happens? It comes back to you. We live in a perfect universe. You know what's not perfect? It's the people living in that universe. They are imperfect, but the universe is perfect. Karma is real, Jazzy, that's correct. So you see me, any grievances that I had with my brother or sister, I reached out to them. And if I have harmed them in any way, I apologized because I'm a grown man. Because my intentions are not here to hurt my people, use my people, abuse my people. No, I am here to uplift and build and free my people. That has always been my intentions. And it will continue to be my intentions. So if you people, okay, that are vibrating in all these low vibrational frequencies, you want to gravitate to negative energies, that's on you. I cannot do anything for you. I cannot help you. I cannot assist you. I am only here to walk with the righteous, the chosen few, the 144,000. That's what I'm seeking, because it's not going to take a lot of us to change things around. It's not. So King Ether, shout out to my young brother. So Lex, once again, man, keep your head up, brother. We will link soon. We will link soon. So we got work to do. We got work to do. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I am going to keep it real, man. I'm going to keep it 100 because you see, there's nothing fake about me. Not a damn thing fake about me. And that's the problem. You see, when people cannot recognize and acknowledge and accept realness because they themselves are fake, they want other people to think that you are fake. Okay? They are hiding behind closed doors. They're afraid to show their face because they're hiding from something. They are hiding from their truth. You see my face. You know what I look like. When you send me emails, I respond. When you give your number, I call. How many of you could say that about them? What do they look like? Listen to the tone in their voices. It is cold. It has no spirituality. They are demons. What y'all don't realize is this. There is always duality. The same way there's a concept of God, there's a concept of the devil. Okay? Y'all got to realize that. So, with that being said, I have 2 emails in the link below. One is for the book to reserve, and another one is for people who want to build, people who are seeking, ways of fighting their legal situations lawfully, because there's a difference between legal and lawful. And a lot of things that they make illegal, okay, is actually lawful. And a lot of things that are lawful, they make it illegal because the people don't know the difference. People think that statutes are laws. Statutes are not laws. They are policies. Therefore, they need policy or police to oversee the policy. They are policy enforcers. Okay? So you have to know the difference. So you have to be a master at law. Because even in the universe, there are laws. So we cannot escape those laws. So like I said, I don't deal with bottom feeders. I don't deal with niggers. Because niggers are self-destructive. And anybody who want to gravitate to that energy is just a matter of time, because you yourself start falling, because you are what you eat, and eating is energy. So what energy that you gravitate to, that you bring within yourself, that you bring into your energy field, it will affect you. It will. So you have to purge yourself. You have to cleanse yourself. And know that any man or woman who stand against me, you will fall. You better believe that. You will fall. So we got work to do. There is work to do. And once again, the only way it's going to happen is with unity. Okay? Doing things without all the hidden agendas, without all the personal motives. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with having a personal motive, because something has to motivate you personally to do anything. The problem lies when your motive is not genuine, when your motive is selfish, when it's all about you. That is the problem. The rise is going to happen eventually. It's inevitable, because you see, so as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. And eventually, what is Caesar's will have to be rendered back to Caesar's. So we will get back what's ours. But however, it's not every single individual who speaks it is true about it, because their heart, you see, their mouths say something different from what their heart is saying. They speak righteousness, but their heart is poisoned. So they are not real. So it's only the real ones. Well, the question is when. The truth is, the when is now. Because it only takes now to make the change. All right? A lot of us are making moves behind the scenes. Things are happening. The change is taking place. But people are caught up so much with the negativity, the distractions, that they cannot see it. They are blinded. The only way to see things for what they are is to be on a certain frequency. All right? Let's just say, if I'm playing your favorite music on a radio station, let's just say 97.2. If I'm playing your music on a frequency of 97.2 and you are on a frequency of 92.1, you are not going to hear the music that I'm playing, because you are on a different frequency. So people who are not seeing that the change is taking place, people who are not seeing us making these moves, is because they are on a different frequency. So you have to step into that frequency so that we could make these moves together. Don't be fooled. The entire world is enslaved, or became enslaved through one piece of document, the birth certificate. It enslaved the entire world. And today, I'm talking about right now as we speak, every single one of us could be free of this oppressive system if only you make the change within your mind. That's where it all starts. It's actually mind over matter. Because if it don't matter, then you shouldn't mind it. But because it matters, you need to mind it. Okay? Because that's what enslaved us. So now you could take control of your life, and nobody could force you to do anything. Because no man or woman is supposed to tell another man or woman what to do. We could only require things. And it's up to the person to acknowledge our wish or not. But we're living in an oppressive system that's forcing us to do things. You see, they give you privileges because you want to be subjected to them. You want to be in their jurisdiction. Okay? You want to be a corporate citizen. You want to be a legal person. And in my book, I break all those things down. By the snap of a finger, we could change this whole thing around. But we are too busy fighting each other. We are too busy tearing down each other. May I remind you, $2 trillion of spending power. But yet still we are the worst off. You see, it's again the curse of the pale rider. Because they have become you and you have become them. It's called trading places. And the truth of the matter is, they are enslaved as well. It is a matter of the field slave and the house slave. So in today's context of slavery, they are the house slave and our people are the field slaves. But everybody's enslaved from the birth certificate. They are all legal persons. They are all wards of the state. They are all property. And property cannot own anything. If you are black, you cannot own anything. So your car is not yours. Your house is not yours. Your children is not yours. In the book, I broke all that down. And the solutions. So it is time. And once again, the only way is through genuine unity. That's it. It's the only way it's going to happen. We got to forgive each other for all the hurt and pain that we are causing each other. It is the only way. The true power of forgiveness. It doesn't matter how much someone has hurt you. It doesn't matter how profound. No, I'm not saying, well, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It matters. But what I'm saying is, even if someone has hurt you so profoundly that it feels or felt like, they tore you up on the inside, what's going to make you a better man or a woman is the power of forgiveness. I am not saying to forget it. I'm not saying that, but it's the power of forgiveness. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to end or conclude, this video. Someone says, indeed, Mary, what's the deal between you and Darkman? There's no deal between us. No deal at all. I'm a man, like I said. I'm a man that's just moving on a high vibration. I don't deal with negativity. All right. I don't deal with low vibrational people. I don't deal with bottom feeders. I don't do that. All right. So that's just where I'm at with that. There's too much work to be done. I'm not going to spend days and months and hours talking about a man or a woman on a video. That is some personal issues. All right. As a matter of fact, that's some gay tendencies, if you ask me, to spend my time talking about a man, romanticizing about a man so much. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with that. You feel me? So for me, I'm just about uplifting the people and putting in that work, educating the people and showing them what rights they have. You dig? I'm not gonna spend my time again spending all my days and nights trying to bring down a man. For what? For what? What reason? There's too much work to be done. Too much work to be done. Too much work to be done. I don't want to be that kind of example to the younger generation. I don't want to be that kind of example to my elders. I don't. I have respect for my elders. So I'm not going to disrespect myself that way. So I'm going to continue to speak truth and light and bring that positive energy. What people don't realize is this. Everybody weren't meant to travel with the same mode of transportation. People don't realize that. Our destination may be the same. Okay, it's like typical example. It's like going on vacation, right? Let us just say we go into the Bahamas on vacation. Some people may choose to fly. Some people may choose to go on a boat. Some people may choose to swim. Some people might say, you know what? I'm gonna take a plane. You might take a helicopter. I don't know. But the destination is the same. But the mode of transportation could be different. So for me, I want to be in the transportation or in a mode of transportation with people that I vibrate with on a certain frequency. I don't want to deal with low vibrational people. It doesn't mean that they don't want to get to the location. It doesn't mean that. That's not what it means. It just means that I want to be with the righteous people. I want to be with people that's speaking love and not hate. You see, the power of life and death is within our tongue. And I know that because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Creator, and the Word became the Creator. So when I speak words, that means I am creating, I am building. So therefore, I'm not going to speak death on a brother or a sister. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let them do it themselves, because whatever you sow, that's what you are going to reap. So whenever you set a trap for me, you want me to fall, you are spreading lies and propaganda about me, guess what? It's going to come back on you. It's going to come back on you. You want the people to think I'm a thief, when in actuality, you are the thief, not me. Because you're trying to divert that attention away from you. So you want Chief to be the fall guy. But I'm not going to be the fall guy, because I fly high. I'm an eagle, partner. So you have to know the difference. And the truth of the matter is, family, I choose not to associate with such people. Once again, like I said, we will see at the mountaintop if they make it there. Because I doubt they're going to make it. I doubt it. Anybody who's not righteous, they're not going to make it to the promised land. Trust me. Trust me. Go look at the Georgia Guidestones. I think that's what it's called. Let me see if I could pull that up for you guys, because I want to make sure that I have the term correctly. So let me go look it up. I think the Georgia, I think it's called the Georgia Guidestones. I think, let me see. The Georgia Guidestones. All righty, let me see. Let me see. Take that off and let me see if it's called. All right, the Georgia Guidestone text. So because y'all have to see what's really going on. Let me see if I could get that for you. Full text of the Georgia Guidestone. Give me 1 second, guys, please. Let me pull up some information for you guys. All righty. All right. All right. The Guidestone 1. Unknown persons with let me see, super DM was unveiled, have been attached. The Guidestones. I'm trying to see. All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do, right? You could go look it up yourself. Go look up the Georgia Guidestones, because everything is in the open, and you would see that these people have put out a plan to depopulate the world. Okay. To depopulate the world. Let me see if I could find a unite. Okay, so the Georgia Guidestones, not maintain humanity. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me just share my screen for y'all real quick. All right, and you could research it yourself. All right. Okay. So the Georgia Guidestones, and I'm reading from here. From here. Okay. It says, maintain humanity under 500 million. Okay, under 500 million. Now, do you know how many billions of people that's on this earth? And the job of the so-called elite is to maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Do you know what perpetual means? It means to be continued forever without end. So they want to maintain a population of 500 million people. Do you know how many people have to get killed and murdered in this world to maintain this number? It says, okay, improving fitness and diversity, unite humanity with a living new language, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things, with tempered reason, protect people and nations, with fear, laws, and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in the world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. To not be a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Go look it up yourself. I am not making these things up. Go look at the Georgia Guidestones. All those things are in the open for everyone to see. The earth has over 7 billion people, and their goal is to bring it down to 500 million. So do you know how many unrighteous people? Well, yes, some of the righteous will get caught up as well. But do you know how many people that have to be gone? So y'all have to realize what's going on, family. So I'm not worried about negative people. I am not worried about people that spreading negativity and lying and propaganda. Nature will take care of them. You know what I mean? So y'all better wake up. Wake up and smell that coffee, because it's real out here. I'm not making these things up. I have already won, because you know what? My heart is righteous. My heart is light as my feathers. You see? So I have already won. That's why I'm not afraid. There's no fear in me. But once again, we can change things around. However, it will take a few. And yes, it will be people that don't look like us as well. Because like I said, I don't believe in the color thing. Every single ethnic group came from the womb of the so-called black woman. Okay? So it is what it is. Mind control. Tell them over and over, they will believe it. That's right. And even in the book, you know, some things are redundant because I had to repeat myself over and over again for it to really sink in. Because you see, that's how we were indoctrinated. All right? Through what's called repetition. Telling you the same thing over and over and over and over again until it became our reality. Our people never heard of being slaves or coming from Africa until Alex Haley Roots. But because it was played so much on television, on media, in the books, literature, it became the reality of a people that became lost. Y'all got to open up your eyes. And that's why it says in the book. Now, whether you believe the Bible is true or not, and I even spoke about that in the book a little bit, it doesn't matter whether you believe it's true or not. Some people say, well, it's not real. Well, guess what? It's real because real men wrote it. Okay, for me, the Bible is real because real men wrote the Bible. Now, the question of whether it came from a sky daddy or not, that's questionable. But the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of facts and what's called allegorical truth in there. It wasn't meant to be taken literally. But the minds of the people are being controlled through knowledge. And for the lack of knowledge, the people of the Most High, they perish. So because I know I have already won, because I know that I cannot die, I am immortal. I am not talking about the physical man. I am talking about the spiritual me. The I am that's within me is the I am that created everything. So how come the I am that I am a part of is immortal? It lives on forever. So I cannot die. That's why I have no fear. I fear no man or no woman. So you see, because they know of my spirit, they are afraid of my spirit. My energy is too powerful for them. So they're trying to take me down. You can't take me down, son. I'm too powerful. I'm a man that was made in the image and likeness of my creator. The I am that created the entire universe. How can you take me down? Well, people say be spiritual. You know, again, another misconception. We are all spiritual. Okay? People say, well, don't be religious, be spiritual. No, we are all spiritual. Because we all have spirits. So we are all spiritual. There is nothing wrong with religion. The question is, what religion? Okay? You could create your own religion. Spirituality, what is spirituality? It deals with the spirit. So spirituality is an expression of the spirit. That's all it is. Spirituality is not a religion. It is not, people think, oh, well, I am not religious, I am spiritual, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just letting you know, again, the misconception of words and the misinterpretation of words. Just like being conscious, everybody think it's a culture. Everybody think it's the new awakening. No, all conscious means is to be aware. Aware of what? That is the question. There is nothing wrong with religion. Okay, anything could be a religion. It's what you believe in. Religion is a belief. And there's nothing wrong in believing. The question is, what do you believe in? If you allow your spirit to lead you in righteousness, then you are expressing what's called spirituality. Living in harmony with nature is a form of spirituality. Because our spirit is connecting with the spirit of things in nature. There is a reason why the animals came before man, so that the animals could teach man. We mimicked things in nature. You see, if you look at the word religion, it has a prefix of re. Anytime there is re, R-E, in front of a word, it means that it was done over. If I drove my car forward and I say, well, do me a favor, go reverse my car, what does that mean? It means that it was already driven forward. Do me a favor, go rewrite my book. What does that mean? The book was already written. So for any time for there to be religion, it means that there was something that already existed. However, it was done over. But what was done over is a detriment to the original people. Because the form of religion that we had, or the form of legion, so to speak, that we had, it wasn't this kind of religion. However, we had legion. Exactly. So whatever we had, it was done over again under false pretense with the miseducation of the people. So once you have a true understanding of words and what it means, then you know there's nothing wrong. It's the interpretation of what you are being taught is the problem. How does it affect you? How does it manifest in your life? Now that's the issue. Now, you choose to be a slave. That's voluntary. Okay, Liz, Matt, whatever you're talking about now, okay, so I have to block you now because, you're taking this whole thing out of context. And like I said, I don't deal with idiots. All right, so I'm going to have to block you. All right, I'm going to have to block you. Because now you're talking about no one is afraid of you. I wasn't talking about that. You see, again, damaged people, man. Damaged people. Always taking things out of context. Okay? Always taking things out of context. Man. And it's sad, man. I feel sorry for y'all, man. I really do. Like, seriously, I do. I feel sorry for y'all. It's sad, man. It's sad that you are responsible for your own destruction. You wake up every single day and you have two choices. It's either you're going to love or you're going to hate. and you wake up every single day choosing to hate, okay? You wake up every single day. You have two choices. It's either I'm going to build or I'm going to break down. You wake up thinking, I'm going to break down. I'm going to tear things up. I'm going to cause distraction. Why are you so destructive? It is a choice that you make. Nobody's forcing you to do that. You wake up today and decide, I'm going to hate on my brother. I'm going to hate on my sister. It is a choice. Brothers and sisters, let us start taking responsibility. Let us start making the changes within ourselves. I am not saying that I'm not afraid of no man and woman because I'm trying to prove that I'm a bad man, I'm a gangster. No. You see, real gangsters don't kill people. Real gangsters give life. You have to know that. To be a real gangster, you have to give life. You have to uplift people. That is, to me, is the definition of being a real gangster. Not going around lying, destroying, damaging, killing people, murdering people. No, that's not a real gangster. That's a coward. That's a weak individual, a punk. A real gangster stand up for the weak. That's a real gangster. So come on, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. And the truth will always offend. And the truth always hurt people. When you go to sleep at night, how do you sleep at night knowing that you are telling lies? Huh? How do you go to sleep at night knowing what you're doing is spreading propaganda that's untrue? How do you sleep at night? Man. All right, Jazzy, travel safe. But I'm about to conclude this, anyway. They don't honor anyway, so who they are trying to be like, really? Exactly, Aboriginal lone wolf. Man, we got so much work to do, but too many of us are looking outside of ourselves, trying to do that work, not realizing that that work has to be internal. It has to be internal. It has to be internal. You have to heal yourself first before you could heal anybody else. That is just the truth. That is just the truth. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And now you have the dead trying to lead the dead, the blind trying to lead the blind. That's the problem. So here I come with the light, the truth, opening up your eyes to the reality of what's going on around you. You think getting up every single day, going to a job, paying your bills, paying your rent, you think that's living. No, it's not. That is actually survival. The life of the living dead. Barely making it. While the vampires of society is sucking up and usurping all your energy. Everything that you do, you give it to them. Where is the love for your own? Where is the compassion for your own? Where is the sympathy for your own? Huh? Where is the protection for your own? Where is the upliftment from you for your own? Why do you constantly tear your people down? Why? Those are the questions that you have to ask yourself when you go to sleep at night. What motivates me to get up in a video and lie so much? Huh? What's my motivation? What kind of man, what kind of woman am I to get up every single day to go spread propaganda and lies about a brother or a sister that's truly uplifting the people. Why would I have to go lie? Why? Is it so that I could get more subscribers? Is it so that I could my AdSense could make more money? Why? They did say money is the root of all evil. But the truth of the matter is the people that's chasing the money that are evil, because money is just a piece of paper. But the power that the people give the money, it brings forth hate, anger. I appreciate love you too. I appreciate you. So here we are destroying each other for 30 pieces of silver. And it's not even silver, it's paper, useless paper, hurting each other, destroying each other. Why? Because you want to feel you need it. You want to feel that you're superior. You want to feel that, oh, I am the woman, I am the man. But you are building your empire based on lies. You are building your house on sand. And any man or woman who builds his or her house on sand is a fool. And you are a fool. So I'm taking my time and building my house on solid ground, so that when the wind comes, when the storm comes, my house will be standing. And guess what? I am still standing. So how does it feel to know that you lied? Huh? You lied on your brother so that you could get a come up, thinking that the people won't see the real. How does it feel? How do you sleep at night? Do you toss and turn? When you go up those flight of stairs and you can't breathe, wondering if today or tomorrow I'm going to catch a heart attack because of my evil ways. Your days are numbered. Because anytime anyone goes up against righteousness, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. So I will continue to soar and fly higher like the eagle. Yeah. So once again, I am looking to walk with and gravitate with and build with the righteous among us. That's it. Not people who pretend, or people who come and say, oh, yes, chief, you know, we love you, we decent, but behind your back, they speak ill of you. Because you know what? You could lie to me. You can't lie to yourself. You cannot lie to the I am that's within you. You cannot lie to the Most High. And your days are numbered. So that's just facts. They're not my facts. They're the facts of the universe. Yes, you see, and that's why I said the Aboriginal community, it has become another conscious community. It's filled with hate. They're not going anywhere. They think they're going somewhere. They're not going anywhere. It's just another rendition of the conscious community. If you realize what's going on, it's all a phase, okay? Pan-Africanism, RBG, the conscious community. Then you have all these different communities. Now you have this Aboriginal community. People who call themselves Aboriginals but don't know what it means to be an Aboriginal, don't know what it means to be an American Indian. Let me tell you something. American Indians don't backbite each other. We don't talk bad about each other. We don't fight each other. Niggas do stuff like that. Black people do that. Okay? American Indians, we don't backbite each other, man. Let me tell you something. We fight for each other. We protect each other. Where do you think they got that quote from? To be your brother's keeper. Because when they came amongst us, they saw that we defended and we fought for each other to the death. So don't call yourself an Aborigine if you don't know what the hell it means. You are not an Aborigine. You're an Aborigine with your mouth, not with your heart. Because we don't backbite each other. We don't fight against each other. I'm a true Aborigine because I stand up and I fight for mine. I don't backbite my brothers and sisters. I don't do that. See, y'all just talking about it. It's a difference to talk about it and there's a difference to walk it. How many of y'all walk in the streets and represent who you are? You don't, because you don't believe it in your heart. It is not part of you. It is not part of your innate being. You are going through the motions. Another, how would I call it? Another wave, another paradigm in your existence, another phase. Oh, well, I used to be black. No, I'm an Aborigine. Oh, it's my land. What the hell do you know what it means to be an American Indian? You don't know a damn thing about that, because it starts within here. The heart, the mind, the soul, the spirit. And we don't backbite each other. We don't talk down to each other. We uplift each other. You're nothing but a little punk. You want to know about what Aborigine means? That's what it means. We stand up and fight for each other. That's what it means. All right? So y'all got to get this. Get this. Every single day, I'm making calls, knocking on the door of the beast, fighting on behalf of my people. Every single day. While y'all spend y'all time sleeping at night. How can I bring the chief down? How can I tell these lies about the chief? How can I let people believe the chief is a fraud? Oh, yes, they're going to believe you temporarily. They're going to believe you temporarily. And the same people that believe you, they are the same ones that's going to come back and ask chief for help. Mark my words. I guarantee you, because the same stone that the builder refused is the same one that you're going to use as your head cornerstone. I know. I know, because I've already seen it. Don't think when y'all send me the emails, when y'all tell me, well, chief, you know, I got a ticket. Oh, chief, you know, somebody's doing this to me. I have a legal situation. Can you help me out? And I have to sit down and create documents, lawful documents for you to fight the beast. Don't think I don't know that you were one of the ones that was gravitating to the negativity when they were talking about me. I know. But let me tell you something. I'm a bigger person. Because I know you were one of them, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to assist you. Because I'm a bigger person. Okay? But remember, everything in life, there's a price to pay. Nothing is free. Not even freedom. You hear it? Freedom. For you to think that living free is free, you are dumb. That's why they say freedom. Everything costs. And my time is valuable. So anytime y'all hit me up, you want to consult with me? Yes, there will be a consultation fee. Because I am tired. I am tired of people taking advantage. You feel me? Because y'all are the first ones to, no, I'm going to assist them. In Digger Mary, I'm going to assist them. Because, you see, it takes a real man to talk about the problem, but when it comes to the solution, you are not helping those who need the help. I'm not going to do that. I am still going to assist them. Because regardless of what, they are still my people. Okay? Whether they are damaged, hurt, or indifferent, they are still my people. So I'm still going to assist them in every way that I can. But we're going to have to battle. I'm not going to do it for free. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it for free. Okay? My father passed on April 26th. And you know what? The funeral cost my family over $7,000. Okay? We had to do what we had to do to make sure that well, I don't believe in all these things, but that's what my family do. Okay? So I had to support them. I had to support them. But it cost us over $7,000 to put my father in the ground. Saturday just passed. You know what I did? I put up a GoFundMe and asked for assistance for the public on YouTube to help with the financial burden. Not one person on YouTube donated. I'm not mad at that. But guess what? When y'all send me emails, well, Chief, can you help me with this and that? Guess what? It's not going to come for free. I'm telling you. You see, I keep it real. And that's the problem. People don't like the realness. It's going to cost you. Because I value my time. Okay? I have compassion for myself too. Not just for you. So I'm going to continue to assist you. But know that when you want my time, you want to get on the phone with me and have conversations, guess what? It's going to cost. That's just real talk. I'm going to keep it real. Because our people support every single other ethnic group except their own. Okay? I see different ethnic groups. They do GoFundMe for dogs. Well, you know what? My dog got a broken toe. It's going to cost $5,000 for surgery. Guess what? You know what Becky, Pam, and Brittany, you know what they do? Hey, did you hear about Brittany's dog? It has a broken toe and we have to get some funds so that we could fix it. And before you know it, in 2 days, they raised $5,000 so that they could fix that dog's broken toe. And here I am reaching out to my people, tell you that my father passed and, it's a burden on my family. And not a single dime. But y'all always want. But I'm not mad though. I'm not mad. It just opened up my mind again to show me the dysfunction of our people. Okay, the hurt that our people are going through. So I mean, my father was laid to rest on Saturday. So seeing that the funeral is over, I took down the GoFundMe because it's not needed anymore. My family, we did what we had to do so that my father could have a proper burial. For me, if it was just up to me, I would have just, cremated the body and kept his ashes. But again, my family's into the Christianity thing and they do things a little bit different. So I have to honor and respect the wishes of my family. You know what I'm saying? So all the hard work that I'm putting in, that I have put in, all the knowledge, okay, and all the legal help that y'all need and want to get out of those situations, because those are situations that they are not lawful, they are legal. So dealing with it from a lawful perspective, you could remedy the situation. You could get out of it. You cannot run away from it because you are representing your legal person. And I speak about those things in the book in detail. Teach you about the legal person, the straw man. So you are representing the straw man, that legal person. So you are taking the responsibility for everything that legal person does. But it only exists on paper. It is not the real you. And I broke all that down in the book and gave you the solutions. But anytime you want to get on the phone with me, okay, and you want to pick my brain and you want solutions and this and that, guess what? We got a battle. My energy, my time. And nobody could tell me what to do with my time. I have free will. So like I said, everything that we go through is a learning experience. And I have learned. You see, people who don't learn from their experience, they are doomed to repeat those things again. But I'm learning. I'm growing. And I'm becoming a better me. I'm becoming a wiser me. And that's a beautiful thing. Because you see, there are a lot of things in the horizon. There are a lot of things, great things in the works. And I will be judged by my actions because I will show and prove. You see, I know who I am. I know that I'm a true Aborigine. You know, my grandmother told me who I was. And even more so, I did a private DNA test that conclusively showed that I'm an American Indian. So nobody could take that away from me if it's in my blood. I got proof who I am. And that's what's getting them so mad. They don't know who they are. You see, they are speculating. But they don't look like Aborigines. They're talking it. So that's why it's eating them on the inside. Man, this chief is so real. How can we take him down? You cannot take me down, man. I am too powerful. My energy is too strong. My ancestors sent me here to do this. You can't take it away from me. You can't. The more you come against me, it's the more you're going to fall. Mark my words. I'm an American Aborigine. All those terms are labeled terms. All right? My ancestors have been on the American continent from time immemorial. So we have to stop getting away from all these labels and realize that we are one people. And I'm talking about, let's just, I mean, we could do it in a whole general sense. The entire earth is one people, and you have a few people, only 1 or 2% of people on top. You know what I'm saying? That's ruling the entire world. But if we want to be more specific, we are of the American continent. One mother. It's like everybody on the African continent, they have one mother. Everybody on the European continent, they have one mother. Everybody on the Asian continent, they have one mother. So it's like your mother having 50 children, and each one of those children go to a different state. One in California, one in Florida, one in New York, etc., etc., etc. Let me ask you a question. Does it change the fact that those are your brothers and sisters? No. The only thing that separates you is the territories created by man. But you are the same people. So if we are all from the American continent, what does that mean? We came from the same soil, the same mother. And you say the entire earth is not one people. Guess what? Let me ask you a question. Who created the entire earth? There is nothing out of creation. In other words, what does that mean? Everything was created by the Creator. Am I right or wrong? Unless you believe there is different so-called gods that create their own people. But I believe that there's a consensus that there is only one universal creator. So if there's only one universal creator and everything, the Creator created everything in the universe, everything on earth, how are you going to tell me everybody's not one people? How are you going to tell me that? Now, if you want to be technical and separate people based on ethnicity and so-called race, then that's a different story. But we all came from the Creator. We all were made in the likeness and image of the Creator. So that's why I don't play these color games. I don't play these games. Games are for children. It's cool, Teresa. It's not a loss. I don't think I lost my father. I have actually gained an ancestor. Okay, so my father's spirit is always going to be with me. So until we, as a people, realize that love is the only answer, love is what's going to transcend the next realm of that peacefulness that we are looking for, we are searching for, we are not going to get it. Because a system was created to make you think people are different. Okay? Everybody else eat, they breathe, they drink, they pee, they go to the bathroom, they bleed just like you. So how are you going to tell me the entire world is not the same people? People are people. People, come on. Stop thinking inside of a box. And that's what the so-called elite have done, to embox people's minds, make you think that people are different when they are oppressing every single ethnic group is being enslaved. This is not about color of skin. This is not about ethnicity. This is about the have and the have-nots. The people who have, they want to continue to oppress the have-nots. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. This ain't got nothing to do with the color, so-called white people or so-called black people. No. However, it still doesn't change the fact that we need to support our own. I'm not saying that. Because self-preservation is the #1 rule. You have to protect yourself first. You have to build yourself first. You have to love yourself first. You have to uplift yourself first. And then you could extend that love, because charity begins at home. So I'm not saying that. However, people are people. Stop saying, oh, everybody's not people. No, people are people. Prove to me that people are not people. Prove it to me. Don't tell me what you hear. No, show me the facts in nature. Just like how all animals are animals, but you have different species of animals. Yes, you do have different species of people. Just like how you have plants. A mango plant is not an orange plant, but it's a plant. It's a tree. It doesn't change the fact that it's not a tree. All trees are trees, but you have different species of trees. Just like people. People are people, but you have different species of people. And if we all could put our differences aside and realize that we have one common enemy, it is the people at the top that's oppressing the people at the bottom. That's it. So we have to wake up, brothers and sisters, get up from the enclosed mindset, the way of thinking. Let us get away from that. Let us open up our minds, open up our hearts. No, it doesn't mean because you love, that you should allow people to take advantage of you. It doesn't mean that. I'm not saying that. Because again, let's go back to nature. The first rule in nature, okay, is to love yourself and make sure you know your rights. And the second law of nature is to protect those rights. So it doesn't matter who it is. It is the people who look just like us that's hurting us the most. So I am going to defend myself. I am going to protect myself. And I will do it by any means necessary. Don't tell me I don't have a right to protect myself. I will do it whichever way that I can. And no man is going to, or any system is going to prosecute me for defending myself with just cause. It is self-defense. Don't tell me I ain't got the right to bear arms. I got the right. I am the people. We the people created the government. So the government cannot tell us what to do or should not tell us what to do. How the hell is the creation telling the creator what to do? Y'all better wake up, man. That's right. It's common sense. All animals in nature, they know that. Animals don't pay rent. Animals don't buy food, and they defend themselves. Here we are as a people. Okay? We buy food, we pay rent, and we don't defend ourselves. We are doing things totally opposite of what nature taught us. You see, that was the religion. We were a legion of men and women who had morals. We protected ourselves. But they had to take that away from us and give us religion, made us weak, fearful, to be afraid. Oh, if I don't pay my rent, I'm going to be homeless. Oh, no, you're not going to be homeless. How come animals are not homeless? You see, you were taught to enclose yourself in a box, to call it a home, and now you are afraid to be out in nature because you think being out in nature is being homeless. You see what they have done to you? That's what they have done to you. We lived in nature. We lived one. We had a symbiotic relationship with nature. We were not enclosed in boxes. So they create a box, they call a home, and they charge you for it. And if you can't pay the rent, oh, I'm going to be homeless. No. We live in an entire landmass with so much free land. Why do we feel we need to be in congested cities, paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 rent, busting our asses? Why do we feel we need to? So what? So we can keep up with the Joneses? If that's what they want, give it to them. Let them take it. Let us get back into nature. But because you can't think, you see, you're worried about paying the bills. You're worried about paying the rent. So you can't think about living. So you have to focus on survival. Look at your children. Your children get up every single morning. What do? They pick up a phone. They're on the internet. They're in a video game. They go to school, what they are taught. They are taught by your enemies. They come back home, they're back on the phone, they're back on social media. Your little boys are being turned into girls. Your little girls are being turned into men. Huh? That's what's happening to you. That is because you have accepted the curse and you don't see it and you think it's normal. Wow. That's sad. Man, people, when are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? We have invaders who came into our land charging us for rent, charging us for every single thing that we use for our daily survival. The Creator gave us the sun for energy. They have found a way to harness the energy and charge you for it. The Creator gave us food so that we could eat. What they do? They took that away from you and found a way to charge you for it. The Creator gave us herb for the healing of the nation. They have taken the term herb and give it names and patent the names and charge you for it. And if you use it, they say it's a crime. And you don't see a problem with that. The Creator gave us herbs for the healing of the nation, medicinal herbs. They have found a way to take that away from you and create pharmaceutical medicine and charge you for it. Yes, we have got to break that spell, that curse. Man, this is sad. And you think you are living life? We are not living life. We are surviving. The people who were actually in survival mode, they have found a way to live and they have given you their game to play, the survival game. The crab in the barrel mentality. Yes, let me teach you how to keep your brother or your sister down. Let me teach you how not to support your own. Because guess what? They might have $1 or $2 more than you. Don't let them have $1 or $2 more than you because they would think they're better than you. Man, the Creator gave us all the trees in the world. What they did? They cut down all the trees and they created paper. And here you are killing yourself for the paper. Wow. Wow. We came here in a university, in a universe. Where do you think the term university came from? It came from the universe. We came here with our masters. But here you are, going into their schools, trying to get a piece of paper that came from nature because you already came here in a universe with your masters, going back to get a master's that they say you need so that you could live. Wow. Wow. My brothers and sisters, can you see the game that's being played on you? Can you see the trick that's being played on you right now? Huh? And the only reason why it's working is because you allow it to work. It is you, your choice. You are the ones allowing it to work. You are. How did the master become the slave? Because the master forgot that he or she was a master. So you have become a slave to your own system that you created, not knowing that it's yours. Man. So where are the real men and women that's going to stand up and say enough is enough? If you are going to die anyway, you might as well die for something, man. If you believe in death and every time you turn around, another one bites the dust, if you're going to die anyway, why not die for something? Die for your rights, your Creator-given rights. Die for it. These people know this entire weekend, wherever I went, even if they are the ones who call themselves the Indians, and we know they are not, when they saw me, they gave me the respect. because they know. They were taking pictures with me. Even when I went to the Greyhound to come back to New York, there was a sergeant at the Amtrak, not the Greyhound, the Amtrak. He said, hey, he didn't even see my ID. He called me chief because of the way I was dressed. Hey, what's up, chief? And he saluted the Greyhound, the Amtrak police. They know. And I had my indigenous ID because I know who I am. So at what point are you going to say enough is enough? I am tired of living in fear. I am tired of surviving. We are not supposed to pay rent. We aren't supposed to buy food. We aren't supposed to pay taxes. And yes, we have a right to defend our rights. If you infringe on my rights, if you trespass against my property, I have a right to defend myself. At what point are you going to say we are not going to allow these quasi courts, these judicial courts to run, these municipal courts to run our lives? You see, the court is the people. The court is not the venue. The venue is a building. The court is the people. So who is the court? The people is the court. But they have taught you that the venue is the court. So you don't know how to become the court. You see the difference? So they taught you how to play a game that you don't know how to play the game. I know how to play the game. And that's what I'm trying to do. Teach you how to play the game. So you can defend yourself. So you don't get caught up in the legal system. So you stop calling yourself a legal person and be a man or a woman. I want to teach you how to be a man. I want to teach you how to be a woman. Because it's the only way that you will get respect. Because you have a beard or you got, a penis between your leg, or, you got some breasts, or you got a vagina between your legs, it doesn't make you a man or a woman. Those are just attributes of the man or the woman that makes up the man or the woman. Being a man or a woman is a mental thing. It's a way of life. It's the way that you carry yourself. That you need to learn again, because that was taken away from you. So for all those who are ready to, again, to step up, and I'm not talking about, well, today or tomorrow you have a situation and you want to be rid of the situation. When you get rid of it, you go back into your niggerish ways. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about people who want the way of life, of learning to live like a man or a woman, and that the public servants that we hired, that they have to respect us, because if they are the public, if we are the public and they are the servants, therefore we are the kings and queens, and that our wish is their command. But you have forgotten that you are the king or the queen. So therefore the servants, the public servants, are abusing you because you don't know who you are. When you step into a building, a venue, okay, number one, the court is not the building. Just like the church is not the building, the church is the people. So when you step into a venue that is called a court, then they pull you into their jurisdiction, then they abuse you because you don't know how to play the game. Well, I'm going to go to court. Nah, you are the court. When you go into that building, you're supposed to be the prosecutor. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're not supposed to be a defendant. What are you defending? Getting a citation is not breaking the law. IRS telling you, oh, you owe me money, is not breaking the law, because paying taxes is voluntary. So stop following people who think they know. They don't know. And the more of us that learn this Exactly. It is time to end that judical system. Okay? We are being governed by the ecclesiastic laws, Judaism, Judaic laws. That's what we are being governed by. It is time to end that. And learn to govern yourself, because each man and woman have a right to self-govern. Because you are your own God. Well, in want of a better word. Because you are your own I am. And no other I am has the right to infringe on your free will. However, we have allowed a system that we created to control our lives. And it's not even real. It's a fictitious entity. It's incorporated. So what did they have to do? They had to create a corporate you on paper, a legal person, the straw man, so that they could abuse it. Because they cannot send a man or a woman to jail. They could only send a defendant. They could only send a legal person. They could only send black political status people, such as black, African Americans, legal people. They cannot put a man or a woman in jail. Every one of your family that's in jail right now, it is not the man or the woman that's in jail. It is a legal person that's on paper. Because they went in a court and put up their hand and say, I am. You see the problem with the I am? Be very careful of that I am. Those are two most powerful words in the universe, I am. Because from the moment you start saying I am, you are already setting up a precedence for your manifestation. So y'all gonna learn today. You see, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take away that knowledge that the chief have for you by propagandizing, okay? By telling lies so that you don't get the true knowledge, because they want to keep you in the dark. They want to keep you enslaved. So what do? Huh? The only way to prevent the truth from shining is to what? Is to try to lie about the truth, right? But how can you lie about the truth? There's no such thing as half truth. You cannot lie about the truth. The truth is always going to be the truth. So because they know the chief is the truth, they try to, you know what? Scandalize me. But they can't do it though. Because like I said, my heart is as light as a feather. And the same ones that's doing that, they're the same ones that's going to come back. Oh yes, that's right. Truth you have. Exactly. It is the people. Well, like I said, I'm not going to give it away. It's in the book. Y'all going to have to get the book because I broke it down in detail. And not everybody is going to get this. And even if they get it, they are going to be too afraid to stand up against this corrupt system. They're going to be too afraid because they think that they need governments to rule their lives. They have become babies. They have become what you call minors. There's a reason why they call you a minority. Not because you are the minority in number. We are the majority. But it's your state of mind. A child. You cannot think for yourself. You cannot act for yourself. You cannot provide for yourself. So they call you a child, a minor. So now you have minors having minors, children having children. So once you sign that birth certificate, what did you do? You become an informant and you gave away your child into another lifestyle of perpetual slavery. So y'all want to know the truth? Y'all want to know how to eradicate yourselves from this system? It's in the book. But believe me, there's work to be done. There is work to be done. I want to ask you a question. All right? Show me anywhere in nature you see animals paying rent. Show me anywhere in nature you see animals buying food. Show me anywhere in nature you see animals are not standing up to defend themselves, whether they lose or not. Show me anywhere in nature where you see an animal go anywhere in nature and it have to pay parking. he'd have to pay to chill. Show me anywhere in nature. Show me anywhere in nature where an animal is being free, galloping or running 100 miles an hour, and the animal police pull it over and say, hey, you're doing 65 over the speed limit. Let me see your identification, Mr. Lion. Oh, did you know it's 65? Well, you're doing 85. Well, I'm going to give you a ticket. You're going to go to animal court. Huh? Show me that. But that is what y'all subject yourselves to. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we should not do things in moderation. But if you choose to do 100 miles an hour, that's your damn business. And nobody has a right to tell you that you can't. But because, again, you want to make sure that you don't cause harm or injury to another man or a woman. So, of course, you're not going to do 100 miles an hour in a residential area. But the point I'm trying to make is no system have the right to tell us what to do. We give them that right. And the truth of the matter is the only time any laws are broken is when you harm somebody, when you injured somebody, when you have damaged someone's property. Anything outside of that is not a law. It is not unlawful. It is illegal, but it's not unlawful. So you have to learn the difference. Turn the televisions off. Stop with all the gossip, man. Study to show yourself improve. And whatever you study, know that you have to know how to implement it, how to apply it to your life. Make it applicable so that you get the respect that you deserve. How do you articulate yourself? That is the key. You could call yourself an American Aborigine all day. It doesn't mean a damn thing if you don't know what it means. You could call yourself a man or a woman all day. When you go into their courts, guess what? You are not a man or a woman. You are a legal person. So therefore, you have no rights. You have no rights. You have privileges. And privileges could be taken any single moment. That's why it's being done through acts. An act of this, an act of that. They are all acts. And who? Guess what? Actors. They are all actors. A policeman is not a policeman. It is a man acting as a police officer. No one was born a police officer. No one was born a judge. No one was born a lawyer or an attorney, so to speak. No one was born a nurse. No one was born a doctor. You were born a man or a woman, and you were acting in the capacity of a doctor. You are acting in the capacity of a lawyer. You are acting in the capacity of a police officer. You are acting in the capacity of a judge. But that's not who you are. But these people, it has gone through their head and they think that's who they are. So it's up to us, we, the public, the masters of the servants, to let them know you are not a police officer. Don't think that you're untouchable. You are a man acting as a police officer. So therefore, I'm going to sue the man and not the police officer. You see, when y'all go, that's how y'all go wrong. But y'all going to learn today, because my job is to teach you. And that's the reason why they get away with those things, because you are suing the police officer. You are suing the act and not the actor. I don't think y'all heard me though. You are going after the act, the policy, and not the policy enforcer, the actor. In other words, it's like Denzel Washington. Well, let me give another example. It's like Jamie Foxx playing what's his name? Ray Charles. Okay? And the character Ray Charles did something to you. However, you are going after the character Ray Charles and not after Jamie Foxx that's playing Ray Charles. That's what you're doing. So you're going after the act of the officer, the role, and not the man. That's why they get away with these things, because they are playing a game that you don't understand. Well, you know what? You understand, because when you go to court, what does the police officer say? Do you understand? What does the judge say? Do you understand? What does that mean? Again, you are speaking a different language. English and legalese is two different languages. It sounds the same, but in context, it's different. So when you go to a court and they ask you, do you understand what I'm saying? It means that you are under them. You are under their authority. So when you say yes, you are in their jurisdiction. They become the master and you become the slave. So I never say I understand anything. I will tell a judge, no, I do not understand, because I am not under you. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. So like I said, I've literally gone through all this in the book. Newsflash, the entire world is enslaved unless. All right. So once again, the email is below. Send an email to reserve, because I'm only going to print 100 for now. All right. So make your reservations. Let me know that to reserve a copy for you. And as soon as it's done, if you don't mind, leave your email. If you so choose, a number as well. That's if you choose. That's not mandatory. And I have my other email on there, Chief Kalinago Flying Eagle, for those of you who want to build, or you want to work on your correcting your status, stuff like that, working on your dossiers, etc., etc., etc. Then you could send that email, and like I said, there will be a consultation donation. All right, I'm like, nah, I just cherish my time and my energy too much, so I'm giving it to you here. But when you speak to me personally, then you have to show love and support. All right, that's just what it is. I'm just keeping it 100. 100. All right, and anybody could say what they got to say. I don't care, man, because our people support everybody else but our own. So you know what? It is what it is. All right, but not too many people is gonna give it to you as real as I do. I'm gonna tell you that much. And because they lack the capacity to tell you the truth or the solution, then they get mad and hate people who do. You have to realize the game that these people are playing. So they have to distract you from the truth. Okay? Don't get tricked. Don't get bamboozled. There is a way out, but we have to come together and do it. And when I say we, I'm talking about people on a certain frequency, because everybody's not going to come together singing Kumbaya. Let us give up that. It's not going to happen. Okay? We have lost that a very long time ago. Okay? But it is going to take a few, the remnant, the 144,000, to change this thing around, because these people are not playing games. That's what you have to realize. Okay? It's about the have and the have-nots. And the have will do anything. They will kill, they will murder, they will rape, they will destroy. I mean, they will do everything possible in their power to stay on top. Believe that. And it means even killing their own. So just imagine what they will do to you. But when you're not fighting alone, all is not lost. You see, they're not stronger than us. They're not. We have the power, but we just don't know we have the power. Well, I'm here to tell you today, you have the power. I don't just talk about the problems. I give you the solutions. What good does it do a man to complain about his brother, criticize his brother or sister, and not offer some way to help them? There's no honor in that. And I know what it means to be a man. Wisdom. So once again, let us not get caught up in the system of looking for approval. An application is begging. Okay? Everything that we are doing is voluntary. We are enslaving ourselves voluntarily. Okay? Go look at the amendment. I think the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Okay, it speaks of, no, the 13th Amendment. It speaks of voluntary slavery, okay, shall not exist within the compounds of the United States. However, with the 14th Amendment, they made it voluntary. So you see, that's the game that was played on you. So everything you're volunteering yourself. Nobody's forcing you to do it. Paying taxes is voluntary, you are doing it. Paying tickets is voluntary, you are doing it. Having a driver's license is voluntary, you are doing it. Registering a car is voluntary, you are doing it. Because you don't want to take the time to learn the knowledge and apply the knowledge in your life. That is the key, it's application. So they are taking advantage of the unsuspecting, letting you think it's unlawful. You are breaking laws. You're not breaking laws. No. You are not honoring statutes and codes. And you have every single right not to honor statutes and codes because they are not laws. They are policies set by men to control you, to make money from you, to swindle you, to defraud you. But you think it's law because you were taught that. And I'm about to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you with a couple of things before I go. When you have your legal situations, never, I repeat, never get an attorney. Never. You will lose. It's like LeBron James getting a coach to coach him that's working for Golden State. That's exactly what you are doing. When you hire an attorney, you are getting somebody who is on the side of the same people who are prosecuting you. They work for the state. They are part of the bar association. They are a part of the legal society. But you spend thousands of dollars thinking an attorney is going to help you out. No, you are paying for your own destruction. You are paying for your own jail sentence, so to speak. Never hire an attorney. You better learn law. And you better find people to assist you who know law. I am not an attorney. I don't practice the legal system, but I know law. I'm a student of the law. So there's a difference. And a judge isn't supposed to make decisions for you. But they make decisions for you because you are a legal person. You exist on paper. But a judge isn't supposed to make any decisions for a man or a woman. Their job is just to judge the circumstances, the situations, the evidence being presented. That's it. Not judge you. A judge cannot find you guilty. Guilt, in essence, the definition of guilt is a feeling. I'm talking about definition, okay? It's a feeling. How can a judge tell you that you're guilty? How do you know how I feel? Are you inside of my being? So how can you tell me I'm guilty? But in essence, guilt, the root of the word guilt came from a German word that means debt. So when you are guilty, they are saying that you owe a debt. But for there to be a debt, there must be a bill. There must be some type of harm done. Y'all gonna learn today. How many people is breaking it down to you like that? Huh? And those statutes and codes were put in place so that these people stay in check. It wasn't for the public. It wasn't for the people. No, it is for them to stay in check. But you think it's for you. Once again, the miseducation of the people. Anyway, you see, I think it says 11:31. So I've been here for a minute. I gave you guys enough information for tonight. You know, research the information. Like I said, you don't have to believe anything that I say. All right? Research the information. Learn, study. Get away from the distractions, the gossip, the low vibrational ways. Let it go. The hatred, the animosity, the envy, the jealousy towards your brothers and sisters, towards people. Let it go. Unification is key. Study to show yourself improved. All right. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time, your energy. Like I said, the emails are below. The book is pretty much, I'm just working on the cover right now, but it's pretty much in production. So send an email, reserve your copy, and let's do this. There's work to do. All right. And I speak about status correction in the book as well, and why it's important to correct your status. So all that stuff is in the book. All right. So we got work to do, like I said. All right. So we will talk soon. And I'm here. I'm not gone. You know, I'm just doing things, you know, that's productive. Things that's going to assist the people. There is no law in nature that said that I cannot assist my fellow man or woman. There's no law. You see, I'm a natural man. I'm not a legal person. I'm not a corporate citizen. I am a man that was created in the likeness and image of my creator. And no system, government, organization, or no other man has the right to tell me what to do. No, if they so choose to violate my right, then that's on them. But I'm going to stand up and fight and defend my right. Point blank. And I will do it by any means necessary. Because that's my creator-given right to defend my rights. So once again, you guys continue to show love, spread love, uplift each other, man, for real. You see, this negative energy is toxic. That curse, the curse of the pale rider, it's a plague. It's a plague. And you have accepted it voluntarily. So stop being pale, stop being black, stop being niggas, and learn how to be men, honorable men and women. Know your rights, what your rights are. Know it, and know the difference between legal and lawful. Know the difference between a legal person and a man or a woman. There's a difference. There's a difference. All right. As always, I love you guys, and we will talk soon. All right. Peace, love, harmony, and light.